Okay, so you want to know how to calculate a product manager salary in 2025, but you don't really know what's kind of the baseline? I got you. My name is Rich. I'm one of the co-founders here at Product Gym, and let's go ahead and get straight to it. So first things first, if you don't know me, my name is Rich. I'm one of the co-founders here at Product Gym. We help people either transition into a new product manager job for the very first time, or we help existing product managers land a way better product manager job. Either way, my background here before I basically helping running these two companies is I was a tech recruiter back in California for 3 years. So that kind of qualifies me to be in a unique position of understanding what salaries are like, because you want to make the most amount of money possible, but you kind of have kind of no spectrum in terms of where to draw the line. So we get experienced product managers that call us all the time and they're asking us, hey, yeah, so I've been a product manager for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. And they're like, well, like, how much money should I be making? And it's really sad because a lot of experienced product managers call us and they're like, holy, people that are coming out of your program, well, are making way more money than I'm making. We also get a lot of people that are transitioning into product management for the very first time. And product management attracts, I think, a very elite, very alpha demographic. So we get a lot of investment bankers that are making $150,000 to $200,000, or investment banking analysts that are making $120,000 to $130,000, or management consultants at MBA grads. And regardless, like, being like, it's not that cheap anymore to go out there and live in one of the major cities in the US. So how do you go out there and actually calculate like these major salaries, Rich? How are people landing $300,000 in your program? How are people going out there and landing like multiple offers, 4 offers in 60 days, AI program manager job over there at Disney, 3 product manager offers? How are people getting big offers, multiple offers at all these rock star companies? I'm going to go ahead and actually go out there and spell it out for you. The way that we teach people how to interview here is very different because, as I said before, I came from a tech recruiting background. So in tech recruiting, when you work at a tech recruiting agency, you make money off of the placement. So you don't make money unless the company hires somebody that you sent over there. That's not what I do anymore, but many moons ago, that's actually how I got started in this career after I graduated from school. Having said that, though, there's 3. I want you guys to think about product management interviewing, whether you're an experienced product manager or whether you're trying to land a product manager job for the very first time, or you're trying to go out there and break into companies like Hulu, Venmo. Rich, stop flexing. I just love flexing because my program's just so awesome, right? But I want you to go out there and make the most amount of money possible. If you want to go ahead and land, let's just say, I think like a baseline is, the easiest way, most straightforward way I can go out there and explain it to you is there's 3 levels of product management interviewing, which is going to equal out to 3 levels of product management salaries. Level 1 product, and it really comes back down to what are the hiring teams actually looking for when they are deciding whether or not they want to hire you. So what is your value proposition to a company? I always see on LinkedIn when I'm scrolling, like people say, like, I got this certification. They don't give a shit. There's 3 things that you offer a head or director of product that is unique. As a product manager, you're selling a high ticket offer. That high ticket offer is yourself. That's you. Okay. Number 1 is, can you help me save time doing the following 3 things? Number 1, as a head or director of product, there is a lot of repetitive tasks that are very manual and that requires me to go ahead and constantly, it requires my attention. That takes away my bandwidth. And I need to know whether or not you can either do the things that I need you to do because I would rather not do it, or can you reasonably figure it out? So when they're asking you, how would you write a product requirements document? When they're asking you, how would you go ahead and how would you go out there and evaluate good product design? Whether you're an experienced product manager or an aspiring product manager, you're getting the same interview questions. You either know how to answer that question or you don't. But why are they asking you that question is going to determine what your salary is, right? So level 1 is about, I would say, 145, 150 on the low end, all the way up to like 160, 170 K in the for level 1. And this is not the same levels as like, big tech product management. But level 1 just basically shows me that you can do the things that I don't want to do that requires me to do it so I can focus my time on being able to do the things that I only want to work on or I can only work on. That's level one. I can take that off of you. Number two, this is when you're talking about the $175K to $200,000 product manager role. The $175K to 210 product manager role means you can deal with people that I don't want to deal with. And there's a variety of this, which is like, can you deal with the bullshit that I don't want to deal with internally versus the bullshit that I don't want to deal with externally? So they'll ask you a question: how would you resolve a conflict between two developers? I say this all the time, but yet people still miss this question because they refuse to believe that this question works. This answer works, even though they see, like, are you getting multiple offers? 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 No? Well, then what you want to do is schedule a call right here. Click on that, schedule a call, join the program. Let's meet some better people so we can get you leveled up so you can get the product manager job that you want. But dealing with people is extremely draining and it's toxic. When they're asking you a question like, what is your leadership style? They don't really give a shit what your leadership style is. What they really want to know is, how do you deal effectively with people? And you can only give a very effective answer if you understand what kind of people you need to deal with. If they're asking you a question like, hey, how would you go ahead and resolve a conflict between two developers? They don't really care what's your methodology. What they really want to know is this. What they really want to ask is this: how I have two developers on my team right now, on my engineering team. I would fire these two people if I could, but I can't because we need them on this project until XYZ date. But every week, like clockwork, they take up 4 hours of my bandwidth, and I got to spend another 3 hours meditating, vaping, or recovering from the toxic I get from these two people that I would much rather let go, but I can't. How would you go ahead and deal with them, right? How would you go ahead and Rich, why don't they go out there and ask that? The same reason why you guys are so ineffective at asking us questions. When people call Product Gym and they decide whether or not they want to join the program here, you guys are asking us the same questions. So, how long are you going to be around? How long have you guys been around? Well, we just had our 7th birthday, November 7th. So we've been around for about a little bit more than 7 years. When people are asking us questions like, so where do people usually take a job? What they really mean to ask is, where do you think I'm going to take a job? What's the average salary of the people that are coming out of your program? What do you think I expect to go out there and make if I go ahead and invest in your program? Those are the real questions. And people would ask those questions if they knew how, but they just don't. So you have to understand how to work with it because you have the most skin in the game. This is actually why our sister bootcamp is actually a sales bootcamp, because we teach also people how to sell effectively. And in an interview game, you are teaching yourself. You are selling yourself, because 278,000 people got laid off in tech over the last 2.5 years, many of whom still are actively on the job hunt, and they have been looking for 6 to 8 months with still really no flicker of light at the end of a very, very dark tunnel that they're going to land anything. So, yeah, when you can effectively display that you can interview effectively and deal with and communicate to me in the interview that you can deal with the people that I don't want to deal with, it's hot. When they're asking what's your customer discovery process, what they really mean to go out there and ask you is this: can you interview the customers for me, because I don't want to talk to those people anymore? That's what they really want to ask you. Now, if you want to make 200K and plus, you got to be interviewing at a level where, you want to go out there and get the big jobs. You want to get the big jobs, then, you talk about going big game hunting, is I can go ahead and actually help you focus your time on the things that either you enjoy doing, or I'm going to go ahead and minimize the amount of time that you spend working at all. You see, here's the big secret in tech that a lot of people don't know, and actually it's part of workplace politics. Have you ever, do you ever notice most of the people that make more, I want you to make a lot of money in 2025. I want you to make more money than you've ever made before, because you need to. At this point right now, it's not even a choice. You go down to Whole Foods, it's not even a choice, right? Take a look at all the people at your company that's making more money than you are. Are they smarter than you? Do they work harder than you? Do they come from a better school? Is it honestly because they knew somebody that worked there? Sometimes that's the case. But I'm pretty sure if you tally up all the companies that you've worked at and all the teams you've worked on, and you take a look at your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your significant other or your brother or your sister or your friends, like, are people really making that amount of money and being in that position because they are putting themselves in, because they just know people, because they know that many people? I mean, look at how many people you know and how many people could you say you would refer to a job, right? Or even just refer to an interview. Why do you think those people not only get the best positions, but they've been able to maintain their position and a lot of times continue to thrive regardless of what the market is? It's because they understand how to give people what they want, or at least the illusion of it. So your job as a product manager, it's going to be really hard for you to deliver results, especially when the results that the company wants you to deliver is constantly changing. It's a fact. So you got to play the game. And the people that refuse to play the game, I respect y'all. I really do. Okay? This is Topo Chico, by the way. It's sparkling water, not a beer. But like, if you want to go ahead and actually really make real money, you have to understand that if you're making $150,000, $145,000 to $170,000, you are effectively convincing me you can do the things that I don't want to do. Or you can go out there and figure it out as much as possible. If you can go out there and do at least 70% of the things that I don't want to do, or like you can take that off of me, then you're a 140K to 170K earner. Troll me all you want. This is the fact. You got to go out there and actually like display it. We show you how to do it in the program. This is actually why our people are getting the hot jobs. This is actually why our people are getting multiple offers, because we've replicated this model so successfully. If you can convince me, the even bigger value add is people would more often prefer to deal with things that they don't want to do versus people they don't want to talk to. So all the meetings you don't want to go on, I'll go ahead and go on those meetings for you. All the people you don't want to Slack, I will Slack those people for you. All the people you don't want contacting you, I will be the conduit between you and them. I will shield you from that. So I will protect your bandwidth to go ahead so you can do all the things that only you could do, or all the things that you enjoy doing. If you can get it to the point where I can get this job down to only the bits and pieces that you enjoy doing, you're a 200K a year earner. It's just that simple. This is how people get promoted up. Because like, people don't really deliver. Like, people aren't getting promoted necessarily because they're delivering rock star results, especially in this market, right, where things are so volatile. It's because they're giving the illusion of it. So level 1 product management, a level 1 offer is 145 to 170. Level 2 offers 170 to about 195, 200, 200K plus if you want the 200, 250K, 300K plus. That is going to be like, you can convince me that I'm going to do the least amount of work. Now, how do you get there? Quantifiably speaking, like your first offer, you're only going to get 145 to 170, usually coming out of our program. But if you get 2 offers, you do a better job communicating your value proposition. When you get 3, 4, 5 offers, you do an even better job. And this is why the more offers you get, the more money you make. So do yourself a favor, stop trying to game this process on your own, because if you're competing against anybody that's in this program right now, you're absolutely wasting your time. So many people look at the opportunity, like they look at it like, am I really paying to get the job? It's like, you're paying to stop getting rejected, because we're not going to stop enrolling people. And if you are competing against one of our own, look at the results that we have. Do you really, it's not a threat. I mean, it's just a fact. We're a business. Do you want to be competing against anybody else that has the training and my staff and my resources? I don't really think so. So you're going to continue to lose out on these jobs. And even if you do land a job, you're not going to be landing multiple offers. And wouldn't it be such a better place? Wouldn't you be in such a better place if you had, for once in your life, the opportunity to choose the company that you actually wanted to work at? Stop wasting time. Schedule a call. You can speak with somebody on my team or myself. Let's get you this job and let's get you moving on to something bigger and better. Talk to you very soon.